And we were a little bit nervous about letting her move into YWCA, Helena. Is that okay if I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a little nervous too.
I want you to meet Nicole Morgan. Nicole truly is a rock star. I want her to share her story, kind of why she came to YWCA Helena, what she's getting, where she's going. And I know she's going great places, and I know you will love her. Nicole.
Okay, well, this is kind of a first for me, so I'm a little nervous. I'm from Helena, born and raised. I'm 35 years old, and I have 4 children, and none of them are living with me. I've lost all of my children, and I've been struggling with addiction pretty much since I was a kid. I grew up really fast. I grew up way too fast, and I experienced a lot of trauma in my life, and I was in and out of jail a lot. Never really had any education. I dropped out of school really young, and I just made a mess of my life. Like, my life has been a mess. And July of last year, let me start with, I had a beautiful little girl named Quinn, and she was born on my birthday, and she'll be 2 in June. And she was born addicted to methamphetamines, and the state took her from me, and so she's been living in a foster home, and I could not understand why I couldn't change for my daughter. Like, I love my daughter so much, and she's my inspiration. I mean, she's everything inside of me that I was suppressing with drugs. I mean, she's my light. And still, I couldn't stop drinking. I couldn't stop doing drugs. And I tried so hard, and I couldn't do it. And so I thought that there was something wrong with me. I thought that it was a character flaw or something that was bad about me. And so July of last year, I gave up, and I crashed my car, drinking and driving, and I crashed my car on purpose, and I lived, and I broke my back and broke my pelvis, and had a severe laceration to my lung, a severe laceration to my liver, and actually Kai's husband and friend were coming back somewhere late that night, and they seen my car in the field and saved my life. And that was like my first spiritual awakening, I guess. After that, I knew that I had a purpose, but I still, and you know, a couple months went by, and I didn't drink, and I was feeling on top of the world, and I felt like everything was going to be okay. And but then I got news from Child Protective Services that everything wasn't going to be okay, and that because of the accident, I wasn't going to get my daughter back, and they were going to terminate my rights. And so I relapsed again, and I was really scared, and I didn't know where to go. I was like, what do I do now? And then my best friend, Shauna, she moved into the YWCA, and I was bringing her home one day, and it just kind of clicked in my mind, like, I'm going to apply to this program. Like, I'm going to go inside, build my confidence, go inside, and just lay it all out there. And so that's what I did. And when I first got in there and I realized that it was an application process, it took me right back down. I was like, oh gosh, this isn't gonna work. Like, I need something now. But Kylie, she's one of the case managers there, and she called me for my interview, and she was so amazing. Like, that woman, just the kindness and the patience and just everything that the women stood for in the YWCA, and they stand very loudly. Like, they're just amazing women. they're very, very welcoming. And so it allows you to lay it all out on the table and just kind of say where you're at and why you need help. And so that's what I did. And at first they were concerned with me going to treatment first, because I was trying to get into treatment, which I wouldn't have if it wouldn't have been for the Y, because I walked out of treatment before. And so having another chance was only because of the support of the women at the YWCA. And so they helped me get into treatment, and they actually took a chance with me, and they moved me in before I went to treatment. And they were really nervous about that, I found out. But they did it, and it changed my life. And I'm coming up on 6 months sober. And but it hasn't been easy, and a lot of, yeah, I mean, it's, I remember, you know, the first 2 weeks of coming into the program, I had a lot of time during the day that I wasn't really sure what to do with. And anybody who's struggling with addiction, boredom or downtime is really, it just doesn't work. Like, you have to be busy all the time. And I've noticed that a lot of the women that are coming into the YWCA right now, we're losing them in the first week.
If we lose them.
Yeah, if we lose them. Well, the ones that are ready to change their lives, they come in, and if they do the work, they're gonna make it. And I'm one of those women. But there are a lot of women that come in and struggle because of all of the trauma that they've had in their life that has led them to the door. I guess where I was going with that is, we have a life skills class that we're going to be taking, which I'm really excited about that, because it's going to be great. Or changing patterns. Yeah, changing patterns. So I think that maybe if there were something, some kind of intense therapy or something for the women in the first week that they were there, to kind of fill up their day, to just keep them busy and to kind of sort through some of the issues that they were struggling with when they came through those doors, then they would make it. Because every woman is different. So every woman requires different care. But just being said, I love the YWCA. I love it there. I really had a hard time in the beginning, especially coming back from treatment, finding my path so I could get strong and I could succeed. But from the support at the YWCA and being held accountable for every move that I was making, it works. And here I am. And also, I'm getting my daughter back. And I've been working very smart. I would say that I've been working very hard, but we all work hard. So I guess I could say that I'm working very smart. And I've really dedicated myself to my recovery and to whatever it takes to be a better person and to just find out who I am as a functioning member in society. Because that's been the biggest thing, is that I've just been floating through life and not really having any direction, and so I was really lost. But I'm finding myself more and more every day, and the YWCA has worked really closely with me and vouched for me in everything that I've done with Child Protective Services, and because of that, I'm getting my daughter back. She's going to be able to come and live with me at the YWCA, and I'm going to finish off the Wings program there, so we'll be living there for at least the next year. So when it's all said and done, it'll be 2 years that I've spent at the YWCA to change the rest of my life. And my kids' life. I've also been able to reconnect with my other children And because of the consistency of change and support, it's all about the support. It's all about the environment too. I'm just gonna add really quick. The YWCA provides you with an environment that has no chaos. It's a structured environment where change can happen. And that's the biggest thing about the place, is that that's what it provides you. It provides you with safety. So, that being said, I've been able to reconnect with my other children, and I just know that it's gonna be okay. And this is the first time in my life that I've been happy. Like I can't think of one time in my life that I have ever been happy until now. And that's the realest thing.
You look happy.
Thank you.